excited to be teaching this event. Some things never change. These are almost all of the essential oils I first started with when I became a Young Living customer in 2007. Now, y'all, my kids were ages 1 and 3 at the time, and I currently have an 18 and 20-year-old. So that is just a way to show you the longevity of this lifestyle, that this isn't a trend, this isn't a fad, this isn't something that's going to come in one day and go out the next day. In fact, you can look at records from the earliest essential oil use and find that people used oils in ancient times. You can find record of it in the Bible. You can find record of it in other holy sources, even in hieroglyphics in ancient Egypt. We're just super, super grateful for these beautiful products and the ways that they are still relevant today. So hold on to your hats. It's going to be a great presentation. I am going to share our presentation that our team members have access to if they ever want to teach this class, because I think the best way to describe what's happening is for, let's see, can y'all see that okay? Let's see, enter full screen mode. How's that look? Nope, that's not going to work. Hold up just a second. Let me try again. Tech, don't fail me now. Let's see. Let me go back to here. And I don't want this way. Okay. So let me exit out of that, present, full screen. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and get this started. Again, my name is Angela Lehman. I am part of the leadership of Living Well Now. And once a month, we offer an introductory class such as this one for you to learn a little bit more about why we do what we do. So tonight's outcomes are for you to learn about the oils that come in the premium starter kit. I am so glad that we have some extra folks joining us tonight. We're going to hear testimonial about frankincense in a little bit, and other stories, because you don't just have to take my word for it. A lot of us have been using oils for a long time and have really good things to say about them. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, hopefully you can see the presentation. First of all, this is my family who are actively sharing Young Living. This is my brother, my dad, and my brothers on either side of us, and Andrea and I are squished there in the middle. We are sister-in-loves, even though we share the same last name. But we founded this community with the help of my mother, Deborah Lehman, in 2012 in really consistent and active ways, in order to help our community get to know more about how to use essential oils, how to use them safely, how to take on a more natural lifestyle, also more low tox, and just help our neighbors and friends begin to understand what it looks like when we live in harmony with our plants and instead of in direct competition. I want to clarify that none of the information presented tonight is intended to replace medical advice. So if you hear something that sounds like a cure, disregard that. Obviously, you are the master of your own universe, right? The master of your body and the decisions that you make with that. And so we hope that you would seek wise counsel from the medical professionals in your life to help make a great decision. But we know that our movement is about bringing people together so that each person and each family can be a little bit healthier than they were yesterday, creating a healthier world for all. So what are essential oils? In a nutshell, some people call them the lifeblood of a plant. So this is what happens when you squish a plant leaf or a bloom, and there's a substance that comes out. That is the oil of the plant. If you think about those teeny tiny molecules inside those little droplets, those are so small that they actually pass through human tissue and directly into our cells. That means that because our systems, to help our systems work effectively and function correctly, these oils can transport through our molecules within a matter of minutes. And so it's important to think about that when you're applying essential oils, because I always say my general rule of thumb is apply less over more often in the scheme of application. We only trust Young Living for our essential oil use only because they are 30 years strong this summer as the industry leader in essential oil cultivation and distillation and bottling and production. We feel so strongly about that. There is no replication of what we have done at Young Living since 1994. We currently have 25 seed to seal farms around the world. We also have scientists at each site who are leading testing in triplicate. One of my favorite trips I got to take to a Young Living farm was in Idaho, where our pine oils and Idaho blue spruce are and Idaho grand fir are distilled. And the scientist that was there said she's just so grateful to be working for a company that didn't ask her to fudge the numbers, because she had been working for a company before who said, oh, it's okay if you just ballpark it instead of being exact. So the fact that Young Living is taking that extra step to make sure that the oils are exactly what they say in the bottle is just a really good promise, and what we call the seed to seal promise. Young Living currently has 600 life-changing products, including a new ClearShare health plan for those people who are looking for health insurance without paying big bucks. We also are able to order products in 100 countries globally and continue to grow. And there's a heart to serve and impact lives all over the world through the Young Living Foundation. The foundation is underwritten by donations and by the Young Living mostly by the Young Living Inc. Corp. And so donations then go directly to the ministries and the people that we serve. Most namely, the Ecuador Academy, where students are graduating actually this week after having been sponsored and cared for through the Young Living community. In fact, I wish my student Angie Might all the well wishes in the world as she moves on from the Young Living Academy to university studying nursing. Our seed to seal promise, like I mentioned earlier, means that we're sourcing the product or the plants correctly. We're also very conscious about being sustainable in our sourcing, and we won't take oils that are endangered. That's a really important thing to consider in the whole ecosystem of the world. We also are very committed to the science behind the essential oils and the continued study. In fact, most recently, there's been a release of a new study about beekeeping and how pollination is so important to soil health and vibrancy for sustainability. And Young Living is at the forefront of that research as well. Our global impact, as you can see on this picture here, and the man in most of those photos is Gary Young. It shows just how valuable the products are to the whole world, including farms in France, farms in Oman, where we get our frankincense, farms and locations in China, as well as Utah and Ecuador, and like I said already, Idaho, and even Calgary, Canada. So there are three main ways to use essential oils. The first one is topically, and that means that you're putting the oil in your palm and then rubbing it on location, wherever you may need to add that. So topical application means that you're massaging that into your skin. If your skin has any redness, we advise all of our customers to dilute with either olive oil or coconut oil, something fatty oil that will help the essential oil not have such a drastic effect on your skin. The safest place we found to put oils is on the bottoms of the feet. So you can topically apply them there. And then also you can use them in your diffuser. You can see in my photo above, I have a small mini aria in my office, and I'm currently diffusing spearmint and lime, just a fun spring scent for this afternoon here in Arizona, where it's only 5 o'clock. But aromatically changing out your air fresheners and candles and plugins for something more natural helps keep your air smelling fresh and clean, but also keeps it free of the particles that are dangerous to you as well. And last but not least, some of our oils are generally regarded as safe to ingest. And if you're ever in question of that, do some research and find out which one you're looking at in particular, and decide from the stories if that's one that you want to pursue taking internally. I will also note that most of our oils are labeled with a white label if they are marked as safe to ingest, and those are called vitality oils. But the cool thing about Young Living is our vitality oils, the white labeled, are the same as the solid colored labels, same oil inside, just different labeling to help educate and inform our customers. So these are 12 oils to help you get started. Like I said at the beginning, I've been using Young Living since 2007. And the thing that's so amazing to me is most of these oils were in my starter kit, and the price cost about the same. And it didn't come with a diffuser, y'all. So let's talk about 12 of the most popular oils, whereas I only started with 9. 12 of the most popular oils that will be easy for you to get your hands on in this premium starter kit bundle that we're discussing today. So first of all is the oil of lavender. Now lavender, many people are familiar with because it promotes feeling of calmness and relaxation. It can also help fight occasional tension, and maybe even help smooth and nourish skin. This is one that I keep in my kitchen, actually. So when I'm cooking and things that are too hot land on my skin, I can immediately put some lavender on for relief instead of just rinsing it under cold water. Or that terrible housewife tale about putting butter on burns is just not great advice from anybody. I also keep this one handy so that I can apply it to my skin after I've been outside for too long as well. So lots of really great uses for lavender. The thing to be careful of though is when you're buying lavender over the counter or just off brand, I suppose, you can accidentally use this the wrong way. So a lot of lavender is one of the ones that gets mixed up the most. People think the information I'm giving about Young Living lavender is the same as the lavender that they can find at Home Goods, and it's just not, y'all. Mostly that lavender that's exported, even if it says 100% pure, is most likely cut with synthetics as well as lavandin, which actually can be harmful to your skin. So do make sure you know the source and the quality of the oil that you're using. I know that sounds like a sales pitch, but I promise it's not. That is something that we have learned over the course of time, and have had lots of people come back to us and say, gosh, I should have listened to you. And not that we ever blame them or get upset with them, but yes, we are here to educate, not to just sell you a product. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to stop my video for a second because I'd love for Jackie to share her testimonial about frankincense. So when you're ready, girl, if you want to come live and tell us what you love so much about frankincense, we'd love to have everyone hear it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're great.
Okay, perfect. So yes, I had a very good experience with frankincense. When I first started with Young Living, I started also with the Premier Bundle, and so I wasn't too familiar yet with frankincense. And I was at one of Andrea's meetings where someone had brought up a testimonial about just using it on their face in general. So I had a mole that was on my chest area that I actually went to the dermatologist about, and they said to me that, it was benign, but that I could go pretty much under the knife to have it removed. They would numb it up and everything. And I said, oh, that doesn't, and it was a very sensitive area. I said, that doesn't sound very fun, So in my mind, I said, let me give that frankincense, a try. So I started using it just 1 drop a night. I didn't dilute it or anything. And I can honestly say that it's just about gone at 100%. And that's with using this for maybe 2 months, I'd say, at this point.
I love that. Good for you. And the consistency really matters. That part about using it doesn't take very much, just 1 or 2 drops, but the
1 drop.
use, yeah, 1 drop. And frankincense is one of the more expensive oils, but in the kit, it actually is a great value because it gets tucked in there, and it's one of the most powerful oils. I'm just super grateful for what frankincense does for you and what it did for me as well. I have a little, oh, my video is not on. I have a little spot here that I've been it has just been causing me trouble over the years, and I just frankincense and ledum. That's my blend that I just kind of keep going back and forth with to help
I've used it on
get
other
healthy.
multiple,
Yeah.
yeah, skin tags and stuff also, but you know, even when I went to my doctor and mentioned it about it, I said my OB, which was a different doctor than my dermatologist, you know, and I had mentioned, he goes, "Oh, that's nothing." I said, "Well, this is like because I've been using oils." And he even said, he goes, "You that went like that from using frankincense?" I said, "Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it."
I love that. I love that.
And he was
It's
like,
so great to
"Wow."
be able to introduce the medical community and vice versa to our stories and how it's impacted us. I think that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. I'm so glad you came live. That's awesome.
Of course, of course.
Yay. Thank you for doing that. I know that's going
Mhm.
to bless a lot of people. Here's another one of my favorites. This is Panaway. I actually put my aroma fitment on Panaway because I like to instead of just putting it in my hands and applying it topically like this to my muscles, I like to use the roller ball to kind of get into some of those muscles. So I've been doing more I've been challenging myself more at the gym and in yoga, and so sometimes my joints get a little bit stiff. So I'll just use my Panaway right into my joints, right onto my sore muscles after working out for that relief. It's also it just smells like to me it smells like an icy hot, right? Because of the wintergreen and the peppermint that's in it, but none of the synthetic ingredients. And that methyl salicylate that is in it, the gamma, curcumine, the menthol, and the eugenol, those are what are in icy hot, right? But this is the naturally occurring version from wintergreen and peppermint. A really, really great product. Again, one of the more pricey blends because of the helichrysum that's in it, because helichrysum is difficult to source. So it's awesome that it comes in the premium starter bundle. It is just a great, it's just a great oil to be able to start somebody out with, especially fitness gurus. All right, so what's so great about Raven? Raven is an oil blend. Again, Young Living has singles like that lavender we started with and frankincense, and now we've talked about a couple of blends. Raven is a eucalyptus blend, and eucalyptus is really good for supporting the respiratory system. Raven also has that wintergreen scent in it, or the wintergreen oil, so that menthol is really healing to the breathing passages. It may be used as part of your exercise routine, especially here in the winter when it's chilly out in the morning. I think eucalyptus on my chest is just a great way to start with opening up my lungs and just giving me that natural feeling of having enough air to make it through my exercise. This morning I was hiking and I was out of breath, and definitely Raven would have helped sort of clear that a little bit. Also super effective for people struggling with respiratory issues to just, again, put a little bit on a cotton ball, dab it underneath your nose, maybe just apply it directly underneath your nose. I like diffusing Raven as well to just help bring about that a beautiful ability to breathe. Next is Valor. Valor is actually one of my favorite oils of all time. When I was going through my divorce, I often credit Valor for helping me take one step at a time. It got its name because it was an oil or an aromatic blend that Roman soldiers put on themselves before going into battle. And so if you think about the courage that it takes to risk your life for a country, this is the kind of feeling I had when I was at my wits' end and lost as a new single mom trying to find my way. Valor really gave me that courage and confidence that I needed to keep going. Valor is available as a roll-on as well, but is definitely one that a lot of people find important to use on a daily basis. Even as perfume, it's very woodsy smelling. A lot of men like this Valor scent because it smells more masculine, and it also just helps them also kind of own their masculinity in the world as well. Next is the oil blend of peace and calming. This was my my daughter's favorite when we first got started. She was a wild child. She still is a beautiful, wild, sweet, and spicy girl, young woman. But this blend really helped calm her during her most spinning times. I can remember one Sunday morning in church, I had been chasing her around for a good 15 minutes and finally got a little peace and calming on her elbows, because that's about all I could grab, as I pulled her into a bear hug. And within a few minutes, she was asleep on the seats for the rest of worship, because she was at that nap time of her life in the toddler zone, and just needed a little extra encouragement. So peace and calming is a great one to apply topically for that sort of effect, or you can diffuse it as well. Stress Away is similar to Peace and Calming in some of its outcomes, but I think it smells like a vacation, like a beach in a bottle, right? So it's got that lime and vanilla. It has a little bit of lavender in it as well. But it is just such a beautiful mix of oils to help promote feelings of relaxation. That Stress Away is also another one great to use for afternoon sort of respite. I used to work in the school system, and teachers would feel exhausted by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would come around with Stress Away as I was visiting with them, put a little bit on their wrists, rub it in, have them just take a breath, and it helped them sort of center themselves for the rest of the afternoon. But it also helped their kids. They became walking diffusers then through their classroom, just sort of blessing everyone with the scent of Stress Away to help calm the whole classroom. The next oil is lemon, and this one is specifically labeled as safe to ingest. So this is Lemon Vitality. If you think about that pitcher of water with its lemon, or all the lemons that I just harvested off my tree for the last go round this season, lemon is like fresh lemon without the acidity. So lemon oil is cold pressed from the rind. So it's not the juice of the lemon, so it doesn't cause the issues with your teeth. It doesn't have issues with causing acidity if you're somebody who suffers with acid reflux. But you can put lemon essential oil in your water or in your tea. Just make sure you're using a glass or stainless steel receptacle, because it can damage styrofoam or plastic cups or water bottles. But it is a really, really great oil to drink to help cleanse and detoxify your body's systems, especially if you've had too much wine the night before. I find lemon oil is really refreshing the next morning. You can also use lemon vitality or otherwise. Like I said, it also comes in the solid yellow bottle. You can also use that to take off stickers, like it's a natural Goo Gone. It was the only thing that helped take red paint off of my friend's hands after we did some painting together. Next is Peppermint Vitality, also another one that can be safely used internally. I actually mix peppermint, lemon, and the lavender Vitality in a capsule that I take in the spring. This week in particular, all of a sudden my allergies are flaring up, and so I'm using my capsules again. If you want to save yourself time and you're a current customer, I highly recommend the Season Essentials. That is such a powerful blend of the oils, the LLP that we typically put in capsules, but it's already done for you. So you just add that into a capsule. I add a little bit of copaiba and a little bit of something else awesome. Oh, I've been adding Thieves Vitality as well. And I just take that internally to support my body's response to allergies in the air. Peppermint Vitality is also really calming to the belly. It's one that I typically have in my bag when my niece needed a little support after a big birthday meal the other night. I said, "Here, take my peppermint," and I didn't have it in there. So the first thing I did when I got home was find it and put it back in my carry bag, so that when I'm out to dinner with people, I have a solution to offer them. Next is Digize Vitality. If you thought peppermint was great for the digestive system, Digize is even better. It actually works hand in hand, except this one smells more like your kitchen oils. So it's the anise, like that black licorice smell that people sometimes are turned off by, but it's really super effective for constipation or diarrhea, anything where your digestive system is a little bit off. Digize Vitality can be added to a drop of water. It can be rubbed topically on your esophagus or even on your belly to help support and cleanse the digestive system. And then Citrus Fresh Vitality. This one has an invigorating flavor. So it's extra beautiful to try in your water in particular or tea. It does have those same properties of the citrus, the lemon that we talked about earlier. So be careful what receptacle you're using. But it does have a blend of citrus oils as well as spearmint for just a little bit of a nice flavor to add into really anything. I actually like this one in a lager. If you are a beer drinker, a lager is light and fresh, or a Hefeweizen. A lot of people will add orange to those. So this is a nice way to add a little bit of essential oil to your beer if you're a flavor girl or boy or guy. Next is Thieves. I've mentioned this one once already. You can see it pictured here with a cup of a mug and some honey. This is a natural go-to for anyone who's feeling under the weather. It's a great way to support your immune system from the inside out. Literally take a spoonful of honey. It's a spoonful of honey and a drop of the thieves, right? That makes the medicine go down. Like, this is a beautiful way to support your body's natural response to the germs that are in the air. I know so many families that are having lots and lots of immune issues and lots of things getting passed around at school. Again, this does not replace medical advice, but I do hope that you're also using your Thieves Vitality, your lemon vitality, your honey, your warm water, just to help nourish your body and give it the strength that it needs to fight through whatever is going on. Next is Ningxia Red. Yeah, this premium starter kit actually comes with two samples, two 2-ounce sachets of Ningxia Red. You might have heard a lot of us just bragging about all of the amazing results from the 14-day reset. That is in part due to the lifestyle that we've all chosen. More movement, more water, more attention to our diet and what we're consuming. But also our Ningxia Red intake is increased during the 14-day reset. And so you're really flooding your body with a supplement that maybe your body has been lacking. And so many people are finding reductions in their sugar cravings. They're grateful for the energy that they feel. Many are having non-scale victories such as blood sugar lowering and things like that. So we feel really, really confident that you're going to love the taste of Ningxia Red, and that by getting your premium starter kit and trying it out, you'll be ready to do the 14-day reset with us next month. Also, Thieves hand sanitizer and spray. There are small sizes of these included in your kit. These are awesome for spraying down carts and counters, especially when you're traveling. That little TV tray that gets put down in front of you on airplanes is just disgusting. So to wipe it off with a little Thieves spray and a napkin is a great way to start your trip. The hand sanitizer doesn't dry your hands out. I usually, by this time of the year, it's in winter, people have really chapped and nasty hands from all the hand sanitizer, but Thieves is, even though it eliminates common germs and kills off those germs, it is lightly moisturized with aloe vera and vegetable glycerin to keep your hands feeling soft. As I mentioned at the beginning, there's lots of ways to ditch and switch. Don't get overwhelmed by this list. I just want to show you that some of the regular products that you're used to having and using can be replaced with some of these amazing products as well. So when you are going to make your supplements orders, or you are ready to switch to products that are low tox, these are ones to consider. And we, as you become a member and a customer, your sponsor follows up with you with information like this to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. We definitely recommend that people join the loyalty rewards program when they first get started. That will also get you a free deep relief. So if you are interested in earning points back on every month's orders as well as free product, grab your kit today on loyalty rewards, and then that will secure you with a special oil at the 100 PV level, and also 10% back just for making your purchase on that loyalty order. All right, so why do you want to choose our team? So we offer monthly mentorship training, just like you're experiencing now. We have an exclusive members only Facebook group, as well as tons of education. Y'all, you came into this group maybe by somebody you maybe didn't know one of us, but you knew somebody who recommended us. I've actually been privileged to talk to a lot of people recently who said, I never learned anything about my essential oils when I got them 5 years ago. Can you help teach me? And so I'm honored to do that. That was my passion as an educator fresh out of college. And so it's a real blessing to be able to do that for friends and family now as well. If you do choose to build a paycheck and get your products paid for, it's really simple. Young Living's commission strategy is really simple. By sharing your Young Living link with somebody plus that 10% off coupon code, you can help them get started, earn a little commission in cash or in product credit. You get to decide. You just need to ask your sponsor for more information on that. If you are ready to start today and you have not gotten your kit yet, you want to make sure you go to the youngliving.com website and you put in the number or the name of the person who referred you to this event. That way you can be assured that you're going to end up on their team and they can do the proper follow-up with you. Remember that you need to order either one of the premium starter bundles or a combination of a few of our products to get your account started. And our number one recommendation is that you put that order on loyalty rewards. In month 2, Young Living sends you a free diffuser. So that's a really cool benefit as well. All right, last but not least, because we are at time, I know this 30 minutes goes really fast. We do have another class coming up on Saturday at my brother and sister-in-law's house in Waddell, Arizona. So if you are local to Arizona and you want to come join us, they are going to start at 6 p.m. on Saturday evening. If you need their address, reach out to one of us at Living Well Now or Andrea or Angela Lehman. You can also count on being part of a Zoom call all about the Ningxia 14-day reset testimonials on Monday, February 26th. We are getting people excited and ready to start the next reset, which begins on March 12th. Now, the next thing I want to bring your attention to is our other in-person offering that's coming up around the corner is the Kids and Oils class on Tuesday, March 6th at Rio Vista in Peoria. So if you have a kid under the age of 12 in particular, and you are interested in learning how to use the oils with your children in a way that makes you feel empowered to take hold of their health needs in your home, come and learn with us. We're really excited to have some moms getting ready to share some of that information with our community as we gather there. Speaking of community, we love finding ways to connect. So if you aren't connecting with us on Facebook or Instagram, if you aren't getting our emails yet, let us know that as well. We really do strive to increase our communication with you so that you have access to the education that you so deserve. We really truly stand behind the vision that we are helping others live their healthiest lives while also building successful businesses if they choose. And that's one of the reasons we've been continuing on the mission of Living Well Now these last 12 months, 14 months since my mom passed away, because we know that that is a viable reason that she brought us together and that we choose to pay that forward to the rest of the world. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I'm super glad that you were able to be here. Starting in 30 minutes in a different Zoom room, we're actually going to have I forgot to mention that you do get a Desert Mist diffuser with that great kit that I just talked about. We are going to have a call based around the 14-day reset. If you aren't in that group and you want some information on how to handle the psychology of weight loss, please reach out, and I'd love to share that Zoom link with you as well. Thanks for being on tonight, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your Thursday. Enjoy your President's Day weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you at an upcoming event. Take care.